Everyone's like, nah, dude, just pee yourself. Honestly, I would say the women are the feistiest. He was beating his ankle with a wrench. The instructors would literally insult your mom, I'm pretty sure.
First off, I want to have a moment of silence for Gail Lewis. Do you know?
I do not know who that is.
Seen the TikTok about the Walmart worker who said like,
it's
been 10 years. This is Gail Lewis
signing out. Good night.
And then they panned over the video, her like at Nam and like at war,
putting up the American flag.
I saw the full video and she like was legit crying and like, I've been with y'all so long. I'm like,
I've been through so much with these guys.
Yeah.
We've been through so much.
We've been through COVID together. Dude, there was like snot coming out. Whenever you're crying, there's snot coming out. It's an ugly sight. It's like you got to stop.
Over Walmart. I swear every Walmart employee is just like her. Like there's no like actual normal Walmart employee.
When you think of Walmart employee, like Gail Lewis is the poster child for Walmart employee.
It really
she just is.
I might get a poster of her on my wall actually.
I think you have to. Gail Lewis.
As a tribute.
Just Gail Lewis is her. It's my new life motto.
Welcome to the one. Oh! That song turns a 3 into a 10. To the only. Like she ate a whole cow and just. Coda's Crib podcast.
And you heard the donkey just.
I'm more afraid of lions than Asians.
So at what point are we taking innocent chicken lives? Welcome back to Coda's Crib podcast, the number 4 podcast in the world. Come back at you every Friday night, 7 p.m., 15 pods strong, going on 16. So make sure you're there. Love to see you. So today I'm with my one and only buddy, my cousin, Dylan Whitfield. He's back from, where are you coming back from?
Come back from the good old state of California.
Good old state of California. If they knew he was here right now, wouldn't be too happy. But
I'd be screwed.
But when this airs, you're back there. So
exactly. So they have no proof.
So you're good. But yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing. What have you been doing?
I have been training.
He's been training. So he's been training. He's coming back. He's here now with the boys. Show me a little mark. Where's your little mark? They got him good.
Got one right there. Gosh. Got some more over here.
Dang.
They messed me up.
Dang, are you him?
Messed me up pretty good.
Are you him?
No.
The belt buckle is him, though. I really like that.
It is.
You a big belt buckle guy? Did you really?
Bought her.
It looks good. But yeah, so, no, but coming in, glad you're here. We're like, hey, let's just rip a pod.
That's
so
awesome.
we had a pod back in the day, the 3 Saltines.
The OG podcast.
The OG pod with a little lav mic and our hearts.
Box of saltines.
A box of saltines, because we were the 3 Saltines, and our heart was in it.
We were.
Our heart was in it, but
we did like what?
3 pods.
2 or 3 pods.
Well, I think we did 2. We had the 3rd recorded, and I never got to
posted it.
editing it. So that's about where we're at. But hey, we're here to redeem ourselves.
Exactly.
So
We are.
I'm glad you're here. It's gonna be good. So
solid.
You know, I want to hear. I want your best training story you have on you. What's something like we were talking about it a little earlier. So like you have some good stories you can reuse, or tell me a little bit about like your experience, some funny stuff, or what happened.
Oh boy, some funny stuff.
It doesn't have funny or just what happened. I mean, whatever.
What happened? We got destroyed every single day. That's about what happened. Every day we wake up and get destroyed.
Tell me the worst insult you had thrown at you. Keep it appropriate, censor it, but what's the worst insult you got thrown your way? Do you remember?
I mean, there's only much that they can say now, obviously, with everything going around. But the worst, oh boy. I mean, probably the best part about everything was the memes that we would actually make about the instructors.
Really? Y'all making memes about
we
the
would.
Really?
The memes the instructors would love it. They'd die for it. We'd have to send them a meme every single day, once a day.
You
we had to, yeah.
Really?
Or we'd get beat.
Really? So you send and the instructors they just love it.
They love it. We had to also write comics too.
Really? So okay, interesting.
So like one of them, we had a corpsman, and she was, I'm not gonna lie, she's bad.
Okay.
She is a bad, short, blonde corpsman, and she's like the only I think she's the only girl corpsman there. And one day we were having a 4-mile timed run. And once we got back, we saw all the instructors flirting with her, like literally just surrounded her and kind of flirted with. And that night, there's a meme about, of course, you know, the legendary photo of all the guys and the girl.
Oh, yeah.
They put all the instructors' names and then her as the middle and sent it to them.
Really?
It was.
Did they like it, or was they like?
I loved it. They all just sit in their little office and just die laughing.
Really?
Over them.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. They're wild. I forgot a lot of them, but I have them on my phone. It's literally the funniest thing.
That's
ever.
interesting. So do they like when you show a little like personality and kind of like
Oh,
mess
do.
around with them? And
They love. We'd have to. Sometimes we'd have to tell them jokes, and if they laughed, we wouldn't get beat. But
Really?
if they did laugh, we wouldn't get beat. If they didn't laugh, we'd get beat
really?
extra hard. So
So you had to be really funny. You had to be on it.
We did.
What's one of your like go-to jokes if they come to you?
I never had a go-to.
Really?
I'll be honest. It was always our officers had a pretty good one, but it took them like 10 minutes to say it.
Really?
It was a pretty solid joke. I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie.
Okay, so they just
It had them rolling.
Really?
Completely rolling.
dang. You know that's crazy that you said like that. You know, there's only so much you can say nowadays. Imagine like before like all this canceling and stuff, or
dude.
like imagine
The
the things
instructors
going
would
on.
literally insult your mom. I'm pretty sure.
Dude,
If they
that'd
could.
be crazy crap. You just get like everything thrown at you.
They pretty much tell you you're a worthless pile of junk.
Yeah, that'd be, and then like your whole family before you know it, like you'd be cursed.
They'll start talking about your tattoos and be
Dang.
like they literally he pointed out my John 3:16. He goes, "Oh, Mr. John 3:16, huh?" I was like, whatever.
You gotta give him that one though.
I had nothing else to say.
You just sit there
Just
and
had to eat that one.
you just take it. You just
I did.
take
Had
it.
to
So
eat it.
hey, that's just what happens sometimes. But that's
Had to eat
pretty
it.
that's pretty funny stuff. So what was one of the toughest workouts you went through? What's one of the toughest things?
Tough as a day.
Or just like
a day.
Just a day. Just
a day.
what time do y'all wake up?
So on Mondays we'd have a morning evo before chow, and so for Mondays we'd usually wake up around 3 o'clock.
Good gosh. Hey, is that fun?
No. Not
Golly.
at
What time you go to bed? Are you in bed by a certain time?
all. No. So we usually get off if we don't have a night evo, which we had one a day or one a week.
And what's a Evo? What's a night Evo?
It's just like either like a 4-mile time run, a swim.
Oh, just a slight, easy
like
4
the
mile.
actual workout itself is called an evolution. Like an evo.
Okay.
So usually I'm inside my barracks like after my shower and everything around 11:30 ish. But then you also still have to clean your gear.
Oh, really?
Which is the worst part.
So what's like? What are the vibes around like when you do your Evos and all that? What's the team vibes around that?
The
Like,
team vibes are horrible. During the evo, they don't care about you whatsoever.
but like, like all y'all together, are y'all like, we got this, guys? Or are you like, kill me now? Or like, what's going? What's the like y'all's vibes? Like as you're doing it together.
It depends on the evo.
Okay.
Like
is there always that one guy that's always positive, like, yeah, and you're like, just shut up. And then there's like,
no, not really.
No,
to be
okay.
honest.
okay.
There wasn't really a very positive. Everyone just wanted you to quit.
Oh, okay.
Like after an evo, they'd be like, "Just quit. Why are you even here?" I'm like, we
Fair
get enough
enough.
from the instructors, and you want to give it to us more once we're in a safe environment.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I thought we were boys,
That's what
bro.
I'm
It's
saying.
like, come on, we're in this together.
Yeah, they would get pretty feisty.
We were shuffling sand together, and dang. So did you stay out of harm's way for the most part, or
For
like,
the most part, I did.
you ever get in any altercations, or
I did not.
okay, you just
But
kind
I
of
told this one kid, he actually the day I dropped, he was SIQ, which is second quarters, so you just kind of sit in your barracks, and you don't have to do anything for the day. And I came walking in, and he was one guy that nobody liked because he would never put out at all, and he was beating his ankle with a wrench, trying to get med rolled into another class.
really.
And he asked me, he goes, "You want to break my ankle for me so I can get rolled?" I'm like, absolutely. Just accept the fact that you cannot make this pipeline and then just leave. And he wouldn't. And that's when they would really hate you.
Did he end up hurting his ankle or like?
He ended up bruising it very badly. That's for sure.
God.
But he didn't get med rolled.
Really? That's the
Dude,
worst.
It was like
That-
a giant.
That's the worst.
bruise.
It's like if you're gonna do it, you might as well just do it.
The next
but-
day, he ended up dropping.
Gosh, man, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, he was a psychopath.
Dang, you ever think about breaking your ankle like that?
Absolutely not.
Dude, there's so
That's
many
just
better ways.
stupid.
Come in and homeboys.
He's like, this class hates me. I'm like, I wonder why. You don't put out. You get us beat.
Dang, that's the worst. Like you always hear about like the treatment of if everybody does it and there's that one guy that make everybody else do it and you're like, gosh, you just.
I'm telling you, they will not like you. They will make you quit.
Dang, that is tough. Did you see a lot of short man syndrome going around? Is that something that's kind of across? Like, do you see any like sergeants? Like, the shorter they are, the more feisty they are. Did you see that at all, or is it kind of pretty? They're all just feisty. Because I don't know. I bet the short man syndrome's pretty rancid out there.
In California, yes, they were all feisty because that's kind of their job.
Yeah.
Boot camp. Honestly, I would say the women are the feistiest.
Really?
I feel like they think they have something to prove because they're women.
Ah.
And there's always the short little women. We had one instructor or one petty officer, and he looked like a monkey. I'm not gonna lie, like his face like literally looked like a monkey. It was not to be racist. He was white, so, but like it was he lit us up.
Really?
He cussed me out so bad one day. It was not fun.
Dang.
He would get in your face. He'd spit all over you. He was like almost like missing some brain cells as well.
When that's happening, like what's going through your mind, and what's like, what gets you through that moment, or like what are you thinking as you're just because they're probably like this close.
Oh no, they are
going.
He
at
is
you.
Literally yelling in your ear to where like he's about to blow your eardrums out.
What's like? Are you just like same old, or are you like, that one? You use that word, that curse word didn't even make sense how you used it, or are you just like, yep, seen this before. Like what's going through your mind?
Well, it shocked me at first because I actually had a friend when I first joined. He's like, yeah, nowadays they can't even cuss at you anymore in boot camp. So I came in thinking, I was like, all right. I was like, they can't even cuss me out. I was like, this is gonna be a breeze. First day I meet this guy, just lays into everybody. I mean, just one after the other, popping them. I'm like, all right, well, it's not what I was expecting. Obviously, it's not like I've never heard him before.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, well, my friend lied to me. And so so after like the first week, I kind of got used to it. Obviously, it's a new place, new environment. Yeah. So I was like a little timid. And then once he yelled at me, I would just in my mind think, how am I going to let this old man with a bad back, bad knees insult me to the point where I want to cry?
Yeah, just absolutely torture my family tree.
Like, I'm going to be honest. I've gotten yelled at by Uncle K. And that's pretty scary yelling. If anyone knows what that is like, it's not fun, especially in a state championship game, for sure.
Uncle K is my dad, and he can get on his little he can coach, he can get in his military like just tones and go at you.
He will light you up.
But comparatively, you talk Kevin or that. Where do they rank?
Boot camp is definitely worse because their job is to yell at you.
Yep.
Uncle K doesn't get loud. He sometimes does, but the boot camp, I mean, they are screaming.
Yeah.
Like straight up screaming. And they're actually in your face. So definitely boot camp, but Uncle K was definitely a little warm up for it.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, that's true. It gets you in the right frame of mind.
It was a little warm up.
Did you just picture like my dad's head when he's just go? It's like, gosh, Kevin. Gosh.
I did. I
like
pictured the state game when we were up 6-0 in the first inning.
Yeah.
And I walked 2 batters and he came out. He came out there, lit me up. He's like, "Do you understand we're winning 6-0 right now, and you're blowing it?" I'm sorry.
He'd always come out. Pitching's always like, he's like, "How can you throw balls?" And it's like, I'm not trying. I'm trying to throw a strike.
Like, I actually didn't know the whole objective was to throw a strike down the middle.
I had one time where I could not. The batter kept he was just trying to get me to, or he was doing a fake bunt, and everyone knew he was doing a fake bunt, but he was doing it just to take a pitch. But he was just doing it until he got a strike. As soon as I saw him like square, I don't know, something in my mind, I just could not throw a strike. He had no intention of bunting it, none, and I knew that, and I still couldn't throw a strike. I just saw it go out in my head. I just threw it everywhere but the strike zone, and he comes out and's yelling, and I'm like, Look, I know. I'm trying my hardest. Could you tell him not to try to bunt? Because I can't do this. So, but yeah. So I'm like, this is tough. But at least I was like, man, that's tough. But got a little pre-warm up. So
It was definitely a warm up.
Now, do you hate sand with your whole being now?
I do.
I've
had sand in every crack and cranny of my entire body.
Dude, I bet so. What's the best way to like get rid of sand? Is there?
No,
Dude, that'd be the
people
worst.
say to like flush it out, like because the main thing is in your ears, in your your private area.
Yep.
But they would say to just like run the water in your ears and it'll rinse it out. So I'm sitting there for like 5 straight minutes running water directly into my ear. Finally dry off everything. I go to sleep, and just a huge clump just bloop, right on my pillow.
That is the worst. Cause what are the beaches like there? They're
disgusting.
Are they really?
They're very
like
bad.
Just seaweed and trash, or
seaweed,
like,
trash. The water itself is very nasty.
Really?
That's how everyone got sick.
it's not like.
It's literally poop water.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Cause that's San Diego. Like, really?
Yeah, it's poop water.
Is that just all of San Diego, or just specifically kind of where y'all are in the training or whatever?
I think it's like actual San Diego itself.
Okay.
I think the water came from somewhere, and it was like really bad for a couple weeks. Like our water in our hotel had what did it have? It had something in it to like we literally couldn't even use our sinks or anything anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's
bad.
Dang, that's tough. So not only you're fighting all the elements, and then the water. Gosh, I can't stand that junk.
It is not good. Someone literally after a 2-mile swim, of course we have our wetsuits on and all of our equipment on and everything, and he finishes up, and apparently he had to use the bathroom pretty bad. Because I start swimming back, and all I hear is everyone just like, telling me to go, a little bit to the left. I'm like, all right, I didn't think anything of it. And I get up, I get my fins off and everything, and this kid literally squatted down in the water, took a nice crap, a log, and it's just sitting there floating in the water.
No.
This log is floating in the water, and someone swam right through it and didn't even know.
Did he have his wetsuit on?
He did.
How?
I don't know, but he went for it.
No way. That's impressive as junk.
It is. It's very impressive because wetsuits are tight.
Hey, but now have you... when you got to go, I guess you got to go out there.
You do.
There's no time for nothing. No. So, dang. Have you ever done that on like a run or anything? Had to just use the facilities and...
Never on a run, but when I did get sick, I went.
At least, I guess the water is, better than like dry land or like, I don't know.
It's true.
I did it one time like at football. I peed on myself just because I had to go, but that's
everyone peed on themselves at least like 50 times.
Really, that's fun.
We'd be sitting on the pool. What was it called? I forget what it was called. It's been so long. They sitting on the pool deck, and we'd have to like line up all of our gear a certain way, and you'd have to sit there at attention. And this one kid just started streaming it down and literally ran through everyone's uniform in the line.
No.
You can't do anything about it. You got to put the uniform on at the end of the day. So.
Oh my gosh, dude! Did that dude get like punched in the throat?
Everyone just understands.
It's just the way of life.
It's just how it is.
Hey, that once a brotherhood, always a brotherhood, even
That's
through
what
piss.
I'm saying. Literally, one time I was like, dude, I gotta go pee so bad, and it was like 20 minutes before we were able to, leave. And I was like, I'm gonna hold it because I don't want to pee myself before I go to eat chow. Everyone's like, nah, dude, just pee yourself. And I'm like, I don't want to smell it. Rinse it off in the ocean. And so they would pee yourself and they just go rinse it off in the ocean.
It's just a way of life. It
is.
Dang, that's crazy. That is wild. That's fun stuff.
It's also the only way to keep yourself warm.
Dang, I remember one time I was on a paddle boat and I got lost and I went to this like secluded island and my feet, it was like freezing. It was like wintertime and my feet were so cold. I had to get blood flow to them somehow. And
I'll never judge another man. I pee myself more times than I care to share.
That's what you love to hear.
It is.
That's a real sign of a man. How many
That's
times you
what I'm
peed
saying.
yourself?
Just the confidence. You just
that's-
gotta have confidence.
that's
That's all it's
crazy.
about.
So, are there any other just like what's just something that you just hated with all your being? What was like? Is there anything else that just you could not stand? You wanted to just absolutely
Every time they told me to go hit the surf,
hit the surf. What is hit the surf? Go out and get in the water.
go out and just run in the water and get wet.
So when they tell you, they would tell you get wet and sandy. You
Not
said?
always.
But so what does wet and sandy means? Get in the water and then roll around in the sand. Really? Just
It's
to
also known as a sugar cookie.
sugar,
Little sugar cookie.
little
Yeah.
sugar cookie out there.
You would.
So you didn't like being a little sugar cookie.
I didn't mind it.
Oh, really?
Honestly, especially during night evos. Night evos, the sand would actually
Keep you warm.
keep you warm.
Really?
We were very warm. So once we secured, one of the instructors told us to go get wet and sandy, and I didn't mind it.
Really?
Because I sat there and I was warm. I
That's
was like,
fair
this
enough.
this feels great.
Yeah, you'd rather have that than
Because of
just-
course the wind's probably
Oh.
the worst part, and so the
'Cause it-
sand kind of helps it
Dang,
a little bit.
that's wild. Okay, that makes sense. Well,
So it was clutch.
dang, that is kind of fun. Well, that's good stuff. Well, is there anything else that you got that's just you want to leave the pod with? One just
Pod with.
one just.
Do not join the Navy. To be serious though, I mean the Navy's not horrible. I wouldn't say like I absolutely hate it. You know, I've met a lot of good people,
Yeah,
a lot of great people. But if you're a real big family guy, don't join the Navy. I'm gonna be honest. You get homesick very fast.
homesick. Yeah,
Very homesick.
that's tough. What was like physical or emotional strain the toughest part? Like which one?
Boot camp definitely emotional, just because they pretty much
It's-
lock you in a room,
And it's all new and like
and the room is completely white, and you're in there for nine weeks straight.
really.
So it's pretty bad.
That's tough. How many people are in there with you?
My division had, oh gosh, I think at the end we had like 80 something
Dang. Okay,
people.
it's pretty clutch. Pretty clutch.
It is. Someone trying to. There we go.
Oh, what's up? It's
Oh,
big.
boy.
It's a big Nate dog.
Podcast
and big
time.
Faith dog. What?
Oh, special
what-
guest
what
right in
is
the middle of a
poppin'?
podcast.
What is poppin'? How we doing?
Can't even see him.
I know. Can't even see you or hear you.
Or the
right
mic
now.
is done
the,
on.
the mic is dead, but he is here. He is him. You poke your head in real quick.
Yep, there you go.
Hey!
Gosh, that guy's so ugly.
Are you him? Are you him? He's him.
I'm always him.
He's him.
He's
but
never been him.
well, I guess we can wrap it up real quick. We've been going strong. So
We have 23 minutes straight.
anything else you want to just impart? One last final message to all the boys and girls out there. That's love. That's brotherly
I'm
love.
getting assaulted.
That is brotherly love. Well, thanks for your time. It's been real. We had to rip it. A revive of the three saltines. I think this was better.
Except
So
our other special guest didn't quite make
he
it.
didn't quite make it in time. So
I ate him.
we kind of just
I
came
ate 'em.
up here and it's just kind of ripped. I was like,
did.
"Are we doing it?" He's like, "Let's do it." So we just did it.
We ripped
That's just Coda's Crib though at its finest. We
right.
just do it. So thanks for joining us. Coda's Crib, 7 p.m. every Friday night on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube, all the platforms. So hope you enjoyed it. Come back next time. Till next time, stay sandy. What do you call them?
Don't do it.
You
Sugar
you
cookies?
sugar cookies? See you
Yeah,
later, sugar cookies.